Welcome ladies and gentlemen, it's Furo here, back for you with another Gwent video, and today we will check out one of the most annoying decks to play against, which is the Spell Control SCOIATEEL deck that is using the EITHNÉ as a leader, which allows you to, when you deploy the card, you resurrect the special card from the graveyard. And you might have noticed that there are only 3 bronze units in the deck at all, so these are the BLATHANNA protectors, and they are just getting stronger, they're getting boosted whenever you play a special card. So they are starting at 4, and the more special cards you are playing, the higher they're getting. Normally in the end they are between 15 and 20 points, so if you have 3 for the last round, that will be then between 45 and 60 points, which is a lot. The rest of the deck only contains special cards. You have then 1 silver unit, which is the TORUVIEL, and you have the YAEVINN as well, which is another silver unit, but he's played on your opponent's side, that's a spy, and you have your 4 gold cards unit. What you are trying to achieve is here just annoy your opponent as much as possible, play a lot of spells, just kill everything your opponent is dropping in the first round, kill everything. Then you are trying to win the first round with, for example, 1 BLATHANNA protector here, or you are just going for the leader, then you're also spawning SASKIA, gives you a lot of points, or you just drop TORUVIEL. So kill everything first round, win the first round, then on your second round you're just interested in going for the CIRI, get that back, and in the last round then your big stuff is coming. The protectors are spawning on the board, giving you a lot of points, and because you're running so many annoying spell cards, you will just kill whatever your opponent is dropping on his side, kill everything, win the game with the protector, and it is GG. Your opponent will be salty, you are happy because you just ripped him off with some nice little spell cards, and everything is fine for you. And because it is so annoying to play against the deck, at the moment a few of the cards will get changed, or they are changing their stats on a few of the cards. So BLATHANNA protector, by the way, is going down from, I guess, from the 4 to 2, if I remember correctly. Also, he's not affected when you are playing a gold card nowadays. And then EITHLINNE, for example, is getting buffed instead. So instead of 2 points, you're giving your opponent then 4 points. At least for now, though the changes are not final. They might change a bit here and there. But nonetheless, right now, if you want to play a very annoying deck, just go for the Spell Control deck. The core of the Spell Control deck, though, for the 4 gold cards here, you always play CIRI and you always will play SASKIA. For the dragon here, the VILLENTRETENMERTH and the EITHLINNE, you might change a few cards. So for example, you might play Ragnarok, which is a decent card that you can play instead of the VILLENTRETEN, for example. You could play the Regis, High Vampire Lord, or High Vampire, I'm not sure what the correct name is, which is, by the way, an excellent counter against another Spell Control deck. So if you are playing the Regis, you can consume one of the highest bronze unit in your opponent's deck. And because we are only running 3 bronze units, your opponent, if he's playing the Regis, will always find the protector. That's an excellent counter card to our deck. And if you are facing the Spell Control deck a lot on the ladder, so you have a lot of mirrors, you definitely want to play the Regis Higher Vampire. Currently I don't have the gold card, but I would probably play that here, though the Regis is giving you a lot of stats, can disrupt your opponent's play, and surely the extra points on the board are definitely helping you. Another option as a gold card would be Furo, which is giving you 10 points and also allows you to change a card in your hand into a SCORCH. A second SCORCH is always nice, so keep that in mind if you don't have all the gold cards. So there are some other decent options that you can try out to play in the Spell Control deck. All in all, there are a lot of alternatives, so also the spell cards here, all the bronze cards, you might change whatever you think is fitting the most. Right now I'm running double shackles because there are a lot of Morkvags on the ladder and a lot of gold cards that we want to shackle, so locking the units. That's pretty fine with the Dimeritium shackles. That's why we are running 2 today. And you can also just drop 1. I would definitely play at least 1. You will not play the deck without at least 1 shackles here, that's not happening. For the silver slot, you are seeing the TORUVIEL here, and you might wonder why we're not playing the Roach. The Roach will spawn whenever you play the first gold card, and then he's a 5-point unit on the board, while the TORUVIEL is 6 points and an ambush unit. So that means your opponent, if he's not playing a lock unit, because nowadays if you play a lock unit, so you can just spring the ambush card, then it is flipped over and your opponent is seeing the TORUVIEL. If he has no lock, then the TORUVIEL is just keeping in ambush. That means your opponent has no chance to hit that. And what's normally happening, let's think about how the game is developing here. You will just kill everything, Your opponent has destruction cards in his hand, but he cannot use them because you will not give him any unit on the board. So the protectors are normally just coming at the end of a round or in round 2 or 3. So your opponent has no chance to hit anything. So all his destruction cards are not helpful. That means if the Toruviel is an ambush, he can of course also not hit the Toruviel. But if we would spawn a roach, he can just kill the roach easily. So with all the destruction then in his hand that he's otherwise not able to use, Toruviel is the better choice in my opinion. Also, it helps you if you have already the YAEVINN here in hand playing that and you want to play the ALZUR'S double cross, so then you can get the Toruviel normally out of the deck if the other 2 units, here the protector, the 3 units, are not high enough already. So all in all, that's a very interesting deck to play, and I would say we will now check it out a bit on the ladder. Let's play a few games with that. Should be fun. So our first game will be EITHNÉ against Dagon, so some monsters deck that is using probably a lot of weather effects. So just like our deck, that will be interesting. So we are both probably very annoyed by each other, but I mean, we don't care too much for the weather, to be honest. So we have the YAEVINN here, not a single gold card so far. In this matchup we probably have no interest for now to play the Shackles, so let's just replace that. We get another protector, it's definitely way too much. We don't need all the protectors. We get a first light. That also we don't have to use that. I guess we're dropping a second protector as well. We don't have to play those early on. Let's get that. No gold card. Wow. That's very unfortunate. We need to start here. I would say we're just starting with the YAEVINN. Otherwise we have nothing really to do. Hopefully we get some decent gold card. Wow. Not even a single gold card. We get another Shackles or the protector. Let's just pick up the second protector then. That's really not how you like to start. I mean, at least we have a decent chance to get a lot of gold cards for round 2 and 3. But normally, what you want to pick up is a CIRI here for the start. Opponent dropping a Harpy. What we are doing, we will just give him the rain here. So the Harpy eggs are just popping up. So he's not keeping those units for the next round. On the other hand is, of course, getting 6 extra points here on the board. So, or an additional 4, because the eggs were already 1. And just more eggs. I really like that. I have a few options now. We can just go, for example, for the LACERATE. We can just play the Fog here. We can go for the STAMMELFORD'S TREMORS. So a lot of decent stuff. I would say for now, let's just pick up... we're going for the SKELLIGE Storm. Go for that. Which is then hitting the 3 units on the right. He's also, by the way, getting changed. So in the future, he's hitting the units on the left side. Which will be interesting, because then he would have hit the Harpy eggs here instead of the Harpies. Opponent is currently far ahead, so that is 22 to 0 points. But, wow, he likes to continue. That is interesting. That is really interesting. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. If you are continuing, then how about we will also give him the Fog. Just more weather. So he's now losing a lot of points each round. We have the LACERATE here, we have the STAMMELFORD'S, so we can still get rid of a lot of points. That's a Frightener. That is then giving us 10 points on the board. He's getting an extra card. Really interesting. So currently that is 8 units on the board. We're going for the STAMMELFORD'S TREMORS. Are we not? Are we just... Oh, we're going for the LACERATE. Yeah, we're going for LACERATE. Getting a lot of damage here in the back row. It's 10 to 24. Plus he's now getting rid of more points because of the weather. And finally he decided to clear the weather in the back row. I mean, we can just get more weather here, of course. We could just get another SKELLIGE Storm so far. That's the only weather clearer he has played, the Archgriffin. No first light whatsoever. If we drop the EITHNÉ here early, I mean, we are spawning the SASKIA. That's another 7 points, so EITHNÉ is 5. 22 to 28, we are picking up the SKELLIGE Storm. Coming in the back row, so that's 6 points more damage that we're dealing each turn. Which also means that our opponent is now falling behind. The first time that we're going ahead here in the matchup. Maybe he's now clearing the skies. So there you go, he's clearing the skies. Finally, you could say. Love the Tremor, so that will be a lot of damage. We could also just play the Nature's Gift. Totally viable play. And I would say, yeah, we're picking up the Nature's Gift. See what else is there. Scorch, we have the Fog here, we have Double Shackle. And the Epidemic is right now only hitting now, that's not good. So we could also play Elder Sunder. Let's go for the Fog then. Which is just hitting the Archgriffin now. So it's 22 to 20. We're still 2 points ahead. Our opponent has one more card to play. And there comes the Dragon. So he is going for the Fog, I would say. Which is also spawning the Foglets. Then what we are doing is just dropping the Stammelford Tremors, dealing a lot of damage. So we are definitely going ahead here. It's 20 to 18. He's getting pushed another damage here. So it's 14 to 20. Still one more card to go. So he's definitely going ahead here with 6 more points. Definitely possible. Oh, Commander Zone. That is interesting. Really interesting. So we can just... yeah, we are just dropping... 1 Protector. 12 points. But 30 to 30. He's losing 2 right now. Getting rid of another 6 next round.
There is no escape.
Baltant Warrior dealing 3. Which is totally fine. No problem. Then let's also drop the first light here. We are getting another Protector onto the board. It's another 12 points. Plus, of course, the other units are getting buffed. So 2 on top. 93 to 33. He's losing another 6. So 27. And there's CIRI. Which on the other hand means if we are now passing, he is totally not playing another card. Otherwise the CIRI was a waste. So we will just pass here. Should then be the victory for the first round. 5 points behind, so he would need to play another card. Yeah, it's just a pass, so he's keeping the CIRI for the next round. But he's losing the first one. And we just have the Protector here with a lot of points in hand already. Probably dropping the Mardraem then. Don't need that. Epidemic. And Villain-Threatened. Oh, that is good. That's definitely very good for the last round. We're just stopping the Mardraem for now. Getting CIRI as well. Ooh, that is a perfect card. We will just drop the CIRI. Get the CIRI back, so opponent is forced to play 1 card here, which means we have more cards for the last round. Plus we can... Oh no! Wow, that was mean. But I mean, that also means that he needs to play 2 cards. So, he needs to play 2 cards. Which is a Caretaker. What are you picking up with the Caretaker? That's only the Protector, so that's 8 points for him. Barely beating us. But he's also wasting 1 gold card. So in his hand is right now 1 CIRI, which is bad against our dragon, but there will be more bronze units spawning, that's for sure. Scorch. Oh, I'm not a fan of a Scorch. With the dragon, I'm not a fan. Just drop that. The Mardraem. Definitely need to start with the dragon. There's a CIRI, so we are starting with our dragon. A few Harpy eggs. If we just drop the Epidemic, we would get rid of the Harpy eggs and then he's spawning the Harpies. That's not too great, but I mean, better than nothing. So let's just drop the Epidemic. Gives him more points here, of course. Then the Drowner. Currently it's 25 to 6. Though we are just using the Mardraem here. Hitting one of the... let's see, if we use the Harpy here, we will then kill both Harpies. Yeah, so let's just hit the Aline Harpy. So right now he would lose the Drowner, he would lose both Harpies. And wow, the Archgriffin. That wasn't really useful. So that means he's losing 14, he's losing another 6. It is 9 to 6, and we have the Protector here. So with the Protector, we are just getting 50 points and winning the game, just like that. Our second game brings us another EITHNÉ player, and that might be interesting. If we are facing a mirror match here, that might be painful as our opponent is playing the Regis. So we don't need the Saskia here. We are also in no need to keep double Protectors. We are dropping 1, get a Shackles. The rest looks kind of fine. We will drop the Saskia, of course, getting another Shackles. So definitely we only need 1, and here we go. Starting with double gold. Opponent needs to start the game. And if he's also just playing spell control, that will be interesting. Yeah, most likely. So that's YAEVINN. Getting extra card. We might then just play ALZUR'S double cross for the start. Getting then an even stronger YAEVINN here. But that's fine. So let's just give him that here for 14. We're getting, yeah, let's pick up another protector. It's definitely more useful. There is CIRI plus a roach. CIRI plus the roach. So if we just play our CIRI, we are currently losing, so we would get the CIRI back. Wouldn't be that bad, to be honest.
Don't make me laugh.
So he's passing, that means we are losing the round. We are getting CIRI back. He's losing CIRI, he's losing the roach, winning the round. We are again getting Saskia. Why would you give me that again? So let's just drop the Saskia. There is no need to keep that. Definitely interested in winning this round and the next round, of course. Otherwise we're losing and we're out. Because we have one more card. That should be possible, so we can... Oh, he's just passing directly. That then means that we need to either play a Protector here or we're just dropping CIRI. And to be honest, if he's just dropping more and more weather, we will go for one Protector. So we're winning the second round with one Protector, which is 5 points. Good enough. I'm definitely looking forward to find the dragon and then just play the dragon. And that's why we want to keep our gold CIRI. CIRI alone is not more points than the Protector on the last round. But if he's dropping the dragon and if we are playing the dragon, definitely interested in having the gold cards on the board. So another first light, let's just drop that. We get a SCORCH. It's not too great. That is indeed not too great. So we only have one gold card. We have the CIRI, we have EITHNÉ, and that's it. So how about just spawning some weather here? Let's give him the fog. That will be now a brutal last round. He's now also just spawning all the weather he has in his hand. The same as what we are doing. And you can expect that the one that is forced to play the first unit is losing the game. So if we are, for example, playing the CIRI, he is probably just using a SHACKLES here. And then it's GG. So we need to be careful. Definitely need to be careful. We need the first light here, so to get the second Protector out of the deck. We have the Nature's Gift. Now we might just play the Skellige Storm then. Yeah, most likely. Let's just go for the Skellige Storm. So he has now weather in all 3 rows. But whatever he's dropping on the board is getting damaged. There's also Skellige Storm. Good for you, good for you. If we just go first light and clearing the skies, we could then just get still another Protector if we use the EITHNÉ here and get the first light again. So that's a possibility. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just drop the first light. We're clearing the skies. At least on our side, of course. So Protector is up to 10. LACERATE. Yeah, also give you the STAMMELFORD'S. SCORCH and the EPIDEMIC are way better than STAMMELFORD'S here. Because he's only running 3 units. There you go. We will then drop the... let's see. Going for the MARDROEME. So we will just reset the unit here. Doesn't matter, of course. There is also, I guess, a clear skies. Yeah, there you go. So he's clearing the skies. Oh, that's so painful. I really would love to keep the SHACKLES. Really would love to keep the SHACKLES. Just for one of his gold units. That is definitely coming. Yeah, if we drop the CIRI here, he's probably just using the SHACKLES. But nonetheless, let's just do that. Would expect that he's using that. Looking in the graveyard, so what do we have in the graveyard? There is no SHACKLES. So we cannot just play the leader here, get a SHACKLES out of the graveyard and use it on the CIRI. What else do you have? Nature's Gift. Well, with that he can. Oh, he was picking up a SCORCH. Oh, interesting. So the question is... if our unit is higher or his unit, because that would change if we want to drop the SCORCH here or if we want to drop the EPIDEMIC. I guess we are dropping the SCORCH. Oh, let's see. There's always a chance to get that back here from the leader. And there is a dragon. Which means we can just use the SHACKLES here and locking it. Not a problem. So there you go. It's a silver now, so that means we can also just use the epidemic, killing the unit here without a problem. Now going for EITHLINNE. Rally effect. This is the fog. Why would you drop the fog? Wow. And he was not even choosing different lanes. So we will just go for the epidemic. We are killing the dragon. There was a Shackles, as expected, to be honest. Oh man, oh man. We just dropped the EITHLINNE ourselves. Let's see. We're going for the first light. We are picking the rally. And we will, because we have 2 protectors, we will drop the protector here, which is then getting damaged, of course. But that is helping us if he's looking forward to play a SCORCH, for example. Then he cannot kill both protectors. And the... Yeah, we are not using the clear skies, we're just using the rally. So there's nothing left in the deck. Doesn't matter. Just to prevent the SCORCH from hitting both protectors, because right now I cannot be sure which unit is higher. So if his protector is higher, then of course the SCORCH is hitting his unit anyway. And we'll see. So there is SASKIA spawning. He's going for the leader now. What do you have? Going for the SCORCH. Yeah, he's going for the SCORCH for sure. So our protector is going down. Which means we will now go for another protector and play the leader as a last card. I hope that is working out. He for sure has a protector in his hand. There you go. Oh, both are 17. That is not good. But let's go for the EITHNÉ here. Getting SASKIA. Spawn that. And we will then pick up. So then we are just going for the MARDROEME. And we will use, of course, the weaken. It's even better than the other Thunder, by the way. So he's down to 1. Which means another protector is not strong enough, of course. And that should be it. I could have used the EITHNÉ, by the way, in the front row. Yeah, that's another victory. That was a really, really nice finish, and in the end we were able to beat the spell control here in the mirror matchup. I guess the shackling of the dragon was really disrupting his game plan, I would assume that. And also he was not playing the Regis Higher Vampire, or we haven't seen the cards, so that was also helping us quite a lot, I would assume, because otherwise he was just getting so many points onto the board. All in all, deck is running pretty good, and it's fun to play. Not for your opponent, of course, just for yourself. So if you have enjoyed the deck, if you want to try it out, please just give me feedback in the comment section. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to see more content, don't forget to use the subscribe as well. So I'm always doing daily updates for various card games, so you might want to check those out. I'm also doing Hearthstone, SCOIATAEL, Legends, SHADOWverse, and so on and so on. Just have a look at my channel. And I hope to see you then in the next Gwent video. Hope you have enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. See you then, guys. Have a good night. Bye bye.